2, 1. Hello, and welcome back to another amazing episode of Ludicrous Battles. Today, we bring you an intriguing challenge that should give you viewers a lot to think about. The 1984 Red Dawn versus the 2012 Red Dawn. We'll see which group of Wolverines did a better job fighting against their invaders. And at the end, I will pick who I believe did a better job at protecting their country. So relax, grab a snack and a cold one, or a soda, and enjoy. The topics for the debate that we will be using are 1. Which group adapted to the war zone better? The terrain, urban warfare, tactical planning, etc. 2. Which Jed Eckert proved to be a better leader of the groups? 3. Of the two groups, who had the stronger supporting cast? 4. Which group had a tactical advantage? Consider weapons, era, guerrilla versus urban attacks. 5. Which group had a harder fight against the opposing invading militaries? With the challenges in place, Wolverines! The 1984 film Enter Rule, Colorado. The invasion starts in a little town of Clement in the fall with paratroopers landing in masses. Amidst the panic and confusion, Jed's quick reaction saves his brother and a few other students. They race out of town swerving bullets, RPGs, and tank rounds. At a gas station, the owner quickly helps the boys with guns, ammo, and food. They know they must head for the mountain terrain if they have a chance to survive. Over the next few months, Jed and his group forge and learn their own guerrilla tactics while they study their enemies. In the 2012 film, similar scenario, different invading militaries. Takes place in the same season, but this takes place in a more suburban city setting, which would be more unsettling to some. The Wolverines use the mountain to hide as their forward operation base. When they get settled and fight back, they attack the inner city settings. Same scenario, but different terrains are being used. Now we look at which Jed Eckert was a better leader. But what are the traits that define a good leader? A good leader inspires the best in his followers, keeps a level head, supplies tools, willingness to change, takes risks, and has a vision and a path to accomplish his goals. Both men are in their 20s and knowledgeable about their respective terrains and traits. Jed, in the 1984 film, has no military experience, but experience in hunting and foraging. He teaches the group how to survive in the wilderness, gathers intel on the invading armies, and keeps the group's morale high after their families are executed. He attacks morning, midday, and late at night, giving him a strategic advantage. He also knows when to relinquish leadership if someone else is better suited for the job. He keeps the group together for over 6 months from September to February. In the 2012 film, Jed is an active returning home Marine. With that, he understands warfare, guerrilla tactics. He keeps the group together despite internal betrayals, and knows to study weapons while training the group before fighting back. He maintains the group's schedule after executing their objectives and understands that he cannot save everyone. Both these men made sacrifices to keep the group together. Which Jed had a better read of his group and kept their emotions in check? Who got their group to keep fighting in the thick of darkness within their respective fights? You are only good as your supporting cast. Both films revolve around a young group of warriors: Maddie, Tony, Robert, Daryl, and Erica. In the 1984 film, Maddie listens to his brother Jed. Tony loves Jed and is used as bait to damage the enemies. Robert starts as a non-warrior but becomes a strong fighter. Daryl is the weakest, getting caught and leading the enemy to them, while Erica is not dating anyone at the time but has feelings for the pilot that has been shot down as their additional support. In the 2012 film, Maddie puts the group at risk to save his girlfriend Erica. Tony loves Jed just like in the first film. Robert starts weak but becomes a strong fighter as well. And Daryl is the weakest, getting caught and leading the enemy to them. They receive help from citizens, supplying weapons and places to hide, and 3 retired Marines to help join in the fight, while in the 1984 film only has a retired shot-down pilot. When considering the tactical advantages, we must take into account the time gap between the two films. In the 1984 film, weapons are not as easy to obtain just because of the time period, whereas in 2012, weapons are easier to come by and are better. In the 1984 film, the group starts with a hunting rifle, shotgun, and a pistol with a compound bow. They obtained AK-47, 50 caliber pod machine guns, grenades, and RPGs. Their guerrilla tactics evolve over time, and they become a consistent threat to the Russians and Cubans. In the 2012 film, the group starts with a pistol and a rifle, but upgrade their weapons quickly to handheld machine guns, AK-47s, rocket launchers, and bombs. They have a leader with a tactical understanding due to his military experience. They have more places to hide and plan their attacks from varying areas. They start with essentially nothing and rely on their guerrilla warfare. They receive help from small groups and the Green Berets. Now we must talk about the invading armies. In the 1984 film, the group faces Cuba, Nicaragua, and Russian invaders. They have tanks, air support, attack helicopters, and armed vehicles. They try to break the Wolverines by destroying their morale and using Daryl to find them. It takes over 6 months to stop the rebels. In the 2012 film, the group faces Russia and North Korean invaders. They take away their families, bombard their hiding places, set up ambushes, and have city collaborators to keep information gathering for the groups. They leave many townspeople alive, which ends up backfiring as more join the Wolverines. Both groups adapted well and took their time before fighting back. Both Jeds were great leaders, but in the 1984 film, Jed went out his own way to take out high-ranking officers before passing away with his brother Matty. Though more of them did die, they fought off a more superior army with less support. The 2012 film, Jed was outsmarted more, but still kept the group together with fewer casualties. For this, I picked the 1984 film as having done a better job holding off the invaders. Though they did not win the battle, they won the war. Do you agree with our picks? Please leave us a comment down below, and paratroop in to keep watching our videos. Do not EMP that notification bell so that you know when we post again. Also, leave us a Wolverines in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.